Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Classic Comics. So today I'm reviewing Hellions #1. So to start, this issue has a variant cover here with Havoc on it, and it's very meh, not exciting. Doesn't draw me in or want me to really read this book. I think that variant covers, they aren't a bad thing necessarily, but you really don't need more than one or two variant covers at most. And also, the variant covers should really be better than the main cover, shouldn't they? So this is really boring. Doesn't give me any indication of the story or inform me in any way. It's just blah. So this issue is written by Zeb Wells, who I'm guessing got stuck with this book by losing a bet, maybe? I don't know. And art by Steven Segovia. Now, the story starts with the X-Men fighting some members of a group called the Cult of Hellfire. And there's some, human extremists who hate mutants, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's how many times have we seen this in the X-Men in the last few years. And so it looks like they defeated them, but then there's a couple more, and they fire a rocket launcher, and they nearly kill Havoc and Nightcrawler. And then, of course, they're sadistic, and they're gonna torment Havoc, and then he goes off, and he actually tries to fry the brains of one of these guys. And Wolverine has to step in and stop him. Yes, Wolverine has to stop him. And then afterwards, he's kind of confused and he's not sure what happened. Like, he doesn't remember trying to kill the guy. And then, of course, we have more of this white space, which fills up the book and makes you, it fools you into thinking there's more story in this book than there really is. And then the council that rules Krakoa, the new mutant nation that Professor X has founded, is meeting to decide what to do with some of the more troublesome mutants who are causing problems on Krakoa because they don't fit in, they're antisocial, they're psychopaths and homicidal, etc. And Mr. Sinister has the idea, if I can ever find it, here we go. So Mr. Sinister has the idea of making a team out of these guys and says, we can make a team and then we can send them out on missions and it will give them an outlet for their violent tendencies and their antisocial behavior and that sort of thing. And it is agreed to, they decide, okay, that'll work, but it has to be under certain restrictions. For one thing, they can't go on missions where humans might be killed. And also, usually we'll send them on missions where, high levels of property destruction, are expected or even maybe are preferable. And so now Havoc is on the team. Because of what he did at the beginning of the book, Havoc is placed on the team. And Cyclops is not happy about this at all. And he opposes the team, but he's overruled. But he is able to arrange to have Psylocke made like the deputy leader of the team, basically to keep an eye on them and keep them from getting out of control. And the team is, again, there's Sinister and Psylocke, who are the leaders. And then you got Havoc, Wild Child, Scalp Hunter, Empath, Nanny, and Orphan Maker. Because, we were all itching to see Nanny and Orphan Maker, of course. And it's decided that they're going to go on this mission to the old orphanage that Mr. Sinister used to run, where he used to do his cloning experiments back in the day, back in like the late 80s, early 90s. He had abandoned the place, and apparently the Marauders, the original Marauders, the villains, not the current Marauders team, have holed up in there, and they're refusing to come to Krakoa. And so they're being sent to round these mutants up and bring them to Krakoa by force if necessary. And they really can't even have a meeting without, a fight breaking out. Wildchild attacks Scalp Hunter, who throws Wildchild into the ground, and Havoc is freaking out, like, oh no, we got to do something. And Psylocke's like, nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And so I won't show any more, but there is a nice twist. You see who's waiting for them at the orphanage, and it is a surprise. So there's someone waiting at this orphanage that they're not expecting. But overall, the book, it's not bad, but it does have some problems. The art by Segovia is pretty solid. His figure work is good. The backgrounds are fine for the most part. The colors are solid. He's good with expressions, with facial expressions. The characters don't all have the same basic, build and appearance. Just with, like, different hair or something like that. The story, however, has good and bad. The whole idea of having a bunch of killers on a team and letting them have opportunities to express their bloodlust seems like just a bad idea from the start to me. Would letting serial killers, say, kill animals as an outlet for their murderous impulses, really, would that make them want to kill less? Or would it simply stoke their appetite to kill more? It just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. And really, can you trust Sinister? I don't think you can. So I think this is just a bad idea from the start, but the characterizations are solid, and there isn't much SJW nonsense going on. I'll give it that. One problem is that this issue is pretty heavy on the dialogue. It's a double-sized issue. It's $5. And, really, if they'd cut out all this white space and trim the dialogue some, they could have told this issue in a regular-sized issue. They didn't need to make this double-sized, in my opinion. This feels really padded out. And really, when you're making new X-books, and these are the characters you're turning to make the team, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here, aren't you? How many X-books do you really need? So, overall, I gotta say thumbs down on this. It's not bad, but there's not enough excitement here to make me feel it's worth the price. And really, this lineup, aside from Havoc and Psylocke, doesn't interest me at all. So, yeah, I say give this a pass. So, have you read this issue? If so, what do you think? Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. And also, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications for more videos. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.